What's up, guys? I got this 2019 Honda Accord here. If you have 2018, 19, 20 and you want to do the rear brakes, the electrical calipers, today we're going to do the rear brakes without using a scan tool. All you need is a jump box and a couple of cables. I'm going to show you all that. Here's the brakes customer bought. There's a part number right there. And what we're going to do is I'm going to lift up this car a little bit. So if you're doing it on the floor, put something in the front wheel so the car doesn't roll forward or back. So put a brick in the front and the back of the tire so the car does not roll. Lift up the back, and then pretty much once you have two bricks, what you're gonna do is lift up the vehicle. Right now we have no brakes on this. There's no brakes, so that's a good thing, okay? But if your tires are not moving, and the reason is, check this out. What we're gonna do is, you have the parking brake on. Did you hear that? It go, the brake. Your parking brake automatically comes on as soon as you put it to park. So you see that? So if your tires are jammed up like that, that's because your brake is parking brake. Your electrical caliper has engaged. So what you want to do is put two brakes in the front of the tire, one in the front and one in the back, so the car doesn't roll forward or back. So for safety, lift up your car, and all you're gonna do is put the car in accessory. Well, you're gonna have to press the brake down, just like that brake pedal. You see this red light on? Check this out. The red light is off. Let's turn off the engine accessory key. Nothing is on. The lights on auto. I'm gonna shut those off. But now your tires are free, so the caliper is released. Even if you don't want to do that, you can use the stuff I'm gonna use to disengage the caliper. You're not gonna be able to compress the caliper, so you're gonna have to use some kind of power or scan tool to disengage it. And we're gonna do that today. There's two different ways to do it. A lot of people will show you to take out the whole mechanism and turn it inside. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so let me take off this tire. We're gonna go up in the air with the car, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, so here's our caliper here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off that little guy right there. That's the connector. So all you do with that connector is you push back on it, and this connector should come off. So I'm gonna have to do that a little bit off the camera. Remove this connector here, and you can do that later too, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it first. So I got this guy out, and all you're doing is you're pushing this little guy. This is the little tab right there, and check this out. Look at the inside. See, it moves, and then you just pull backward. That's how simple it is. Two wires. If you see a third wire, it's only 2 pins. If you see a third or fourth wire in any of the cars, if you're doing a different car, don't touch it. It probably got a sensor. So this is a simple little mechanism, and let's set up our camera right here, and we're gonna start this. Okay, so first, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna remove this guy. So all you do is you just take a flathead needle nose. Flathead or a fork like this. I like to use a fork. It helps me. And it's easy to put in. I'm going to show you how to put this guy in. After that, what you're going to do is we're going to go back here a little bit. I got my tool here. I was trying to figure out what tool it is that we're going to need. Okay, so we got this guy sitting there. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our compressed tool on this. So just don't make it too tight. Just put it on. And what we're gonna do is, it's more important we pay attention to the top now. Okay guys, I got positive and negative. These are the leads right here. So I'm gonna gently just touch them to the pins inside right there, okay? So there's pins inside there. Okay, so bear with me here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect positive and negative. If this piston starts to shoot downward, you need to switch the polarity. That's all you need to do. So what we need to do, and do not touch them each other because you will have a spark. Okay, so there you go. And the piston is compressing, you see that? And it stops. Same thing, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, I think I went the wrong way. Yep, I messed up. So just switch the polarity. You don't want to go crazy because once it goes to the end, it's going to start turning the piston. If you don't want to turn the piston, so a little bit more. Okay, I keep messing up. I need to get these color coded. Let's switch up. Okay, let's see. There you go. A little bit more. Can't see inside. That's it. And the piston pretty much stopped. There you go. Your caliper is successfully disengaged, and you should be able to put the brakes on and put the piston on. And there is a process of calibrating that, so I'm going to show you that as soon as we're done. But what we're going to do next is we're going to go get a wire brush, and we're going to clean the surface where the pad is going to sit. We're going to put a little bit of greasing and install everything back together. So what you want to do is you want to clean the surface where the brake pad was sitting. So give it a small little brushing, all 4 areas. So pretty much you're surfacing where the pad was sitting. That's how simple that is. So we got our brake pads. And inside this box, we got brake pad with the arrow on it. And we got another brake pad with the arrow in this little retainers here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this brake pad and put it right there. So once you know it fits, what you wanna do is you wanna take a little bit of greasing, tap it there and tap it there. And you throw in the brake pad. So the next step is, remember this old brake pad. It was like that, arrow up. So if I use this one, it'd be wrong. And if I use this brake pad, okay, I'm sorry. So if I use, mixing things up. This brake pad go like that, it would be wrong. This brake pad go like that. I don't know why, they both got the arrow the same way. Oh, I'm sorry, no. It goes like that. And there you go, that's perfect. So let's try on this brake pad, sits in perfect. So what you wanna do is, I got a little bit confused there. Anybody can get confused easily. So pay attention to that little arrow. Put a little bit of greasing. So the surface that it's gonna touch against it, that's where you want the grease at. Next step, what I like to do is put a little bit of greasing here. Same thing on the pad, on the outer edge of the brake pad. Pretty much we're done here, guys. I am gonna go get the torque specs, and I am gonna give you a torque specs. So you take this caliper, very simple, you line it. Next step, very critical. Not just this car, a lot of cars. Mechanics tend to strip these little sliding pins. If you want, put a little bit of greasing on the sliding pins, it's all up to you, but I don't think it's necessary. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna catch the threads. We're gonna snug this guy. So if you to change the rotor, all you had to do is remove 2 more bolts and you would have been in there. So I am gonna post the torque specs at the end of the video. But right now, I'm gonna snug this. And I'm gonna snug this guy. So I'm gonna torque this, and then I'm gonna let you know how much I torqued it at the end of the video. Before we finish out, I am done tightening these, so you do need to put the 2 caps on. Where is my second cap? My second cap just fell down with the brake pad. This is the second cap. don't forget the retainer here. This is very important. So what you do is you put one side in, make sure you have this side right there, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the second one side to sit right here, and you simply just like that, it's gonna catch a little tiny bit right there. You're gonna push the other side in, and then the whole thing is gonna go back to its spot. So what you wanna do is take your old brake pad or a small light hammer, tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, bada bing, bada boom. Don't not forget the connector. Do not forget the connector. So as you can see, there's a play here. So what we're gonna do is you need to pump the brake pedal and plus make the actuator come on. We're gonna do that at the end. I still need to finish up the job on the other side, so we will continue. And now that you know how to do that, I want you to one thing I want you to do, don't just give that thing a power and let it just go. You see how I tried a little bit, just get enough where it compresses all the way. You don't want to go any further. There's a belt inside or gears, whatever I got in there. You might break it, strip it, and then if you're gonna need a new actuator, you don't want to go through that. So go easy. Let's bring this car down, but I'm not gonna let it touch the floor yet because I want to show you something. Watch this. You see it's moving. We're gonna calibrate it, okay? A lot of times what I like to do is I like to put power the other way around, let it compress. When it grabs the brake, you can't spin no more. That's it, and then back it, then switch the polarity of the cables, let it back off a little bit, and that's actually where you got it. But Hondas, love them, very simple. What we're gonna do is get in the car, close the door, put the car in accessory, do not press the brake pedal. Okay, just accessory. Now you can press the brake pedal. You're gonna put the brake on. It's gonna do its magic. You're gonna hear noises. Oh, turn it off. On. Off. Do it 3 or 4 times. Pump your brake pedal. That's all you need to do, guys. Very simple. And now our brake is engaged. It's red. It's on. Our wheel should not be moving, neither one of them. If they are, we might have to do a little bit more calibration, but there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Does not move. The wheel will not move. So what we're gonna do is let's disengage the brake. Okay, it won't do it without me pressing the pedal. Disengage the brake. Our wheels should move. That noise, the brake pad, once they scrape in, break in, it should go away. Bada bing, bada boom. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. See you in the next one.